Sat Nam. My name is Mahanaraj Kaur and welcome to the Tuesday TuneUp. So, how'd you do? Remember last week we talked about being attuned to how we spend money. Remember it was one of the 3 tips to be conscious when we had the exchange. Did you try it? For everything. Conscious when you buy that thing from Amazon. Conscious when you buy your food from Trader Joe's or Whole Foods. Look the person in the eye. You know, I was really finding myself being present, right? And looking. Sometimes, you know, I don't know, do you do this? I put things in my cart, I want them, but as they're being rang up, there's like, oh, I didn't know it was that much. And just being, I want that. And it feeds me. It's good. Instead of going into that unconscious mode that we talked about in last week's video. So by being conscious, you're bringing love, right? The sweetest thing that we can do is to be present. It's like, I love you. That's what we're saying, I love you. And so we are bringing that vibe into our consciousness around abundance, prosperity, and money through these 3 tune-ups and being in the next one. So if we don't heal this, we can see how it affects the world. A perfect example is all those children that are coming from Guatemala and they're coming into the United States. They're refugees, right? They need a place to stay. And our reaction is they don't pay taxes well. And we can't afford it. That is the American, pretty much, big statement. Of course, there's people. These are people. Now, I want you to know that is only possible if we continue to have this relationship with our money that we have right now. We're doing it. I'm doing it when I don't think I deserve the organic broccoli or the other, right? I should have pesticide because, God, it's a good deal. That behavior, I want to go to this retreat or I want a moon gong. That's healthy and good. It's going to enrich my life. And I won't allow that, is the kind of behavior that creates the behavior that we don't have enough to help women and children. We don't see that the issue is not having money. It's the issue that we don't have a bigger plan that includes saving and loving and prospering for everyone. And that starts with you. How you doing? How you doing with you? Are you being kind? Do you know you have plenty? So that's what we're going to work with. So, I'm excited. So, you've been attentive, spending money. Now you're going to add something. A high vibration. Whenever you're at the counter and they're going through the scanner, you're going to be chanting, Waheguru, 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 in your mind. If you chant it out loud, that'd be interesting. So the requirement is inside, surrounding the person with the exchange and all that you are so lucky, the bounty that you are about to receive. Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru. If you've been struggling with a decision that you're not feeling worthy of, maybe you want a Prius. See, that's my next thing. I don't have it because I don't think I can afford it. It's just that plain simple. But isn't it better for the world? Yes. And don't I want to be a part of that? Yes. It's like bringing Waheguru, it's the ecstasy of light, Waheguru, into situations where you are not coming from this Aquarian consciousness, this consciousness of love, the Aquarian path of abundance. And you are still 3D. You are so dogmatic. And you're mean to you. And then you wonder why you live in a country that can send children back to a place where it has the highest murder rate in the entire world. Why? Because you're murderous to you. You know, I'm just so committed to loving you and me. We're doing it together. If we don't do it, who's gonna? I mean, it's really that simple. Leo Tolstoy said it perfectly. I often hear people wanting to save the world, but I never hear them speak of saving themselves. I promise you. Pinky promise. You know, I love those pinky promises. I've been making them with Treasure since she was like, right? It's a promise of the heart, a pinky promise. It's a Mercury promise. The pinky promise is, I promise you, if we do this, if we bring Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru into our exchanges. Oops. Sorry about that. We gotta have it. If we bring that Waheguru into our exchanges, we're going to change our consciousness. And that's what we're after this week. I'm actually doing them every 2 weeks. So you've got 2 weeks now to add this element. So the week before, it was grateful, right? Grateful for the exchange. Being completely present with every interaction that is a money exchange, especially the ones you don't enjoy, where you go unconscious. Amazon book purchases, for instance. Paying your electricity, right? Waheguru, Waheguru. And then, of course, the third one was, and continue to bring this into your consciousness, no more regret. If you make a purchase that you think was stupid or not responsible or somebody took advantage of you, no. Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru. Everyone's your friend. Everyone is you. And they needed it. You know, I had a very interesting thing happen when I was really practicing this with you. And I was outside of a store. You know how sometimes there's those people and they ask you for money. And I just happen to have a 20, so I'm just going to give them that because I'm really trying to just do all kinds of stuff that I don't normally. I mean, I'm always a $2, $5 girl with that. So 20 bucks. And he has this look on his face. And it was because I was being present. I was so with him. I said, "What's up?" He goes, you know, and I said, "Are you okay? What's up?" And he's like, "Can I tell you something?" And I said, "Sure." And he goes, "You know, I need to take this money and put it in the box, and sometimes when it's big like this, I need the money. I want to take it." I'm like, "Woo, wow!" And can you believe we're like having this conversation in front of Trader Joe's? I said, "Oh, I get that. So you're feeling like you don't get enough." And he's like, "Yeah." And I said, "Okay, keep it." And he's like, "No, don't worry. I'm going to put money in the box too." And then I grabbed his hands and I said, "You and I have got to live our lives knowing that we deserve to be taken care of." And he says, "Who are you?" I'm like, "I don't know." And we hugged, and he got to have the money, and so did his little organization. The Waheguru, along with being present and grateful, and not feeling bad. See, now I'm not going to feel bad. He said it. I don't want to give it to this organization that was going to buy pens and pencils for underprivileged kids. Because he felt underprivileged. I said, "Well, don't I have enough to help both?" And of course, it's like that much. But don't you see? I'm starting with the woman in the mirror. And I haven't always really believed that changing me will change the world. But it's my destiny to believe that so we can share it. And so that's my pinky promise. I promise to see this through so we can believe this. That if we change the consciousness here, there will never be any question about sending women and children back to a place where they are suffering. We always have plenty. Plenty for everything. Plenty of good ideas to change our world. Plenty. So So that's where we're at. Come to my classes. We're going to, tomorrow night, Journeys into Radiance, we're going to do the Bun Dance Kriya with Jupiter, an amazing sound healing, and we're having a visitor join Tony and I on Wednesday night. I love you so much. So hold a difficult situation with money here. Put it in your heart. Where you think you can't keep up. And put the light on it. Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. For the next 2 weeks, let Waheguru figure it out. The ecstasy of light. Remember, the Guru lives inside of you. Every answer, all that you need to be supplied with, lives inside of you. Satnam. I love you so. See you soon.